Tonight's the night former Bachelor and Bachelorettes get another shot at love on Bachelor in Paradise. And who better to give us a preview than host Chris Harrison. Hi.
How you doing?
I'm so excited for Bachelor in Paradise.
This
is my favorite time of the year.
Well, it's the greatest season I think we've ever had.
You've said that
no,
before.
I know. No, well, I didn't throw in dramatic, but it is dramatic. But this really is. It's one of the best seasons we've ever had, if not the greatest, for a lot of reasons. And it starts tonight. I mean, we get right into it.
I bet.
This season smacks you in the face tonight.
Well, speaking of a smack in the face, I want to quickly speak about The Bachelorette and Hannah B, the finale. Were you surprised about what went down with Jed, or do you kind of know it was leading in that direction?
Yeah, I don't think surprise is the word. It was unfortunate, sad that it went that direction, and proud of her, the way she handled it. I think she was phenomenal. It just, what he did wasn't right. The way he treated her wasn't great. It all just was bad. It was a bad look and unfortunate. But I'm proud of her. I think she did a great job.
She did, and hats off to her.
And I think she did the right thing of walking away, and that's a hard thing to do.
Oh, so hard. Do you think that he was really deceitful, or do you think that he'd actually left that relationship behind? Has that been cleared up for you?
Well, this isn't to give Jed credit, but I will say this for him. In talking to him that day, off camera, he fell in love with Hannah, and I think that was maybe his biggest mistake, is he accidentally came on the show that he thought he was just going to use and abuse for his career, and maybe he didn't know it was legit, whatever, but he accidentally kind of fell in love with this girl. And I think that was the big screw up, is like, oh my God, I actually love this girl, now what?
Right.
And then he was really caught between a rock and a hard place. And so I don't think Jed's a bad guy, but I think he put himself in a very bad situation.
So did you believe his apology?
I do, yeah. I think he really truly is in love. I know this. He loves Hannah. He really did love her. And so I can't fault him for that, I guess. I guess the show works.
Guess?
Yeah. But what he did and the way he went about it clearly was not okay.
Right. Also in the big finale, in the after show, Hannah asked Tyler out on a date. We now know they've been on that date.
Yeah.
Do you have any updates for us?
The date on the update, I really don't. I haven't really talked to
You
either
weren't
one to see. Wasn't there. I wasn't there.
You were creeping in the corner?
They didn't FaceTime me and be like, hey, but I know that they went. I know their play date went late.
Yes. So late, in fact, I think he was seen leaving her apartment the next morning.
I saw that. Tawdry. But good on them. Great. Good for them.
Well, since then, Tyler's having a really great week, by the way. I mean, go for it, Tyler. I'm with you. But he's also been spotted with Gigi Hadid.
I heard that.
Having a date in Brooklyn.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that one?
Like you said, good for him. He's single. He's young. Someone said he's attractive. I don't know. I haven't seen him with his shirt off. Is he a good-looking guy?
He's fine.
The worst part of my job, I have to stand next to these people.
You telling me there's not a six-pack under this suit?
Jeez, that's why I have layers. Layers are your friend. But no, he's a great guy, and he's single. And look, I think he and Hannah are going to be friends. Maybe they'll date. I don't know. But
I wonder how she feels about the Gigi Hadid date.
Probably not great.
Yeah,
Probably
I don't think I'd feel
I'm going to go out on a limb and say not great. Yeah, the guy that you're interested in is out with a supermodel.
Yeah,
how would you feel about that?
Look, it's never a nice feeling, I can say from experience.
I had an incident one time when I went on a date, and Rob Lowe walked up to me, and it was the worst experience of my life. Because I knew him, and he was coming over to be nice, and I'm like, go away.
Yes,
yeah, that's
good.
not what you want to see.
So true. Do you think Tyler has a chance of still being the Bachelor? Do you know who the next Bachelor?
I don't. I can be honest about this because I don't. And we're going to wait until Bachelor in Paradise runs its course. Bachelor in Paradise moves the needle now. It's a huge franchise, and so we're going to wait. Because who knows who's going to pop off of Paradise. But obviously, Pilot Pete, Tyler, they're not on Paradise. They're obviously contenders, big contenders.
Yep.
But we want to wait to also see what happens with their life, because clearly Hannah, Gigi Hadid, or whoever else is in the mix might have a say in who the next Bachelor is going to be.
That's very true. And a lot of people want Mike to be the Bachelor.
Big Mike is on Paradise.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's a contender. I love Big Mike. What you see is what you get with him. He's a sweetheart.
He's the best. Okay, so let's go into Paradise. We see a lot of tears in the promo. Fighting on the beach, standard. How crazy did it get? How dramatic is this season?
Well, it gets so dramatic. Beyond the man tears and everything else, we had security there breaking up fights. It got physical this year. It got mental, emotional. It was a lot. There was a lot to unpack. Blake brought a lot of his own trash with him on the beach.
Yeah.
We need to clean some of that. We're all about cleaning up beaches.
Yeah, we got to talk about Blake. Because I was one of the many who was like, yes, Blake.
Of
he's
course,
so
we all were.
sweet, he's so kind. But it looks like he's having a rough summer.
Blake enjoyed his last year, and
much?
I think he maybe enjoyed it a little too much, and thought somehow he was going to cover his tracks, and all this was just going to blow over. Nothing blows over in paradise.
Nothing.
You should know better by now. So yeah, he got his hand caught in a couple of cookie jars, and he was leaving them there. You can't do that.
No.
And so he thought he was going to get away with this. It didn't. And you just want to think, what were you thinking?
Yeah.
What were you thinking? How did you think this was going to just blow over?
Were you surprised by that like the rest of us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's the thing too. Again, Blake's not a bad guy. He just did something really stupid and thought he was going to
Yeah.
get away with it. Didn't handle it well. Tried to clean up his mess in a bad way. And you're going to see it all play out. And we get right into it.
Yeah.
Night one, and then tomorrow night is our follow-up. It's horrible for Blake. The only question is, how did he not just dive in the ocean and just swim away?
Just go.
I would have just walked into the ocean. You would have never seen me again.
Well,
Horrifying.
Yeah, Kaylin and Christina are definitely not happy to see him.
No.
There's no part.
Nor should they be.
Yeah.
In all fairness to them, nor should they be.
Such good TV.
It is great.
Thank you, Blake. Thank you. What about the rumors that Kaylin and Dean might be an item? Can you shed any light on that?
Well, Dean's mustache has a relationship that is away from Dean. So it's really weird. There's this love square. Dean has a relationship. His mustache has a relationship. No, just kidding. That went
You're
on
really
too
not
long.
a fan of
It
the
went on-
mustache?
No, the mustache. I love Dean. The mustache is atrocious,
They're never really great, to be fair.
right?
No.
Speak for a woman.
Yeah, they're
Tom
not-
Selleck.
Maybe the only good one.
Yeah, that's all I can
That's
think
it.
of.
That's
Tom
it.
Selleck.
That's as far as it.
Unless
if
you're
Rob
Tom-
Lowe got a mustache,
If Rob
he
Lowe,
could
Rob Lowe
probably
can do
pull it
no
off.
wrong. I would date Rob Lowe and his mustache. Damn
There's
you, Rob
the
Lowe, for being
headline.
so beautiful.
There's
But
the
no,
headline.
nobody pulls off a mustache. It's atrocious.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. Let's talk about Demi, because it seems that she may have found a special lady from
Yeah.
what we're seeing. Could she end up engaged?
I'm really excited about this season for a lot of reasons. There's drama, there's stories. Also, we really dive into our first same-sex relationship. I'm proud of her.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the way we are going to show this, the way we handled it. It's beautiful, and I think one of the great things to come out of Paradise is, love looks a lot of different ways. And so we embrace it all, we show it all, and I want Demi to tell this story because the way she tells it and the way it happens is spectacular. And I couldn't tell the story better myself.
Oh, I can't wait to watch
Yeah.
and see. What about Cam? Bring in the ABC. Oh, he kills me. Always be Cam.
Always be Cam.
Always
But
be
really,
Cam.
I think the runaway hit of Paradise is going to be JPJ.
JPJ?
JPJ, John Paul Jones.
Oh.
He is, if there was a better marriage in the world, I don't know it. I mean, Shaka Bra, JPJ, Paradise just goes together like Blake and a scandal now.
Poor Blake.
Note to Bachelor people, don't go to Stagecoach. Just stay away from Stagecoach. That's where it all went wrong for Blake. But no, JPJ is great.
But you know this. You've been around these guys. Like they do try to stay in the Bachelor pool. Like they stay
commingle.
in They commingle a
They
lot.
cross streams, they commingle. It gets convoluted, it gets dirty. That's why Paradise is so good,
I
because
know.
these storylines kind of bleed over from their lives onto the
Yes.
beaches of Mexico.
Yes.
It's a mess.
Oh, don't go in the water. I don't
I
know about
know.
that. We do know there has been some really beautiful happy endings come out of Bachelor in Paradise. Chris and Crystal's wedding.
The goose.
The goose. Did you ever imagine that you'd be officiating the goose and Glitter's I do's?
No, I never, who would have thought I said goose? Say I do. An unlikely couple, because really, if you remember back, they were both villains.
Yeah.
Quote unquote villains. And so you brought them into Paradise thinking, could either one redeem themselves, we'll see, or continue their ways. And they end up falling in love with each other. And then it lasts, and they get married, and they're beautiful together, and they're happy. I officiated the wedding. You'll be seeing that coming up pretty quickly. We brought a lot of cast members in. We brought the people from the beach in. Their friends and family are there. It was awesome.
That's so cool. There's been a lot of success stories from Bachelor in Paradise. Jade and Tanner, Carly and Evan.
They just had a baby in a closet.
I know. That was crazy. She's
How
a warrior.
much of a warrior are you? How quickly do you need to change the carpet in your closet? I'm a dad, so my first thought was like, oh wow, we're gonna have to get rid of all of this. Yeah, this has got to go. But
she's
yeah,
incredible.
what a badass woman.
Right?
Had a baby in a closet.
It's a pretty good story.
And Tanner was probably just like, oh my God. And the woman's like, calm down, I got this.
But you must be like this proud papa seeing all of these
It's awesome.
guys.
Yeah, Carly and Evan
Yeah.
and Crystal and Chris, and Adam and Raven are engaged, and Ashley and Jared are getting
Yes.
married this weekend.
That's right.
And then a couple weeks later, we have Rachel and Brian, but Ashley and Jared met on the beach.
They're one of my favorites because that has just been such an ongoing
I know
saga.
she's a friend of Extra and all that, but how did that happen?
It's amazing.
Like, she fought for that.
Yeah.
Like, she shipped it.
She shipped it.
She was on the shipping end. She was on the receiving end. She couriered it. She delivered it. She door dashed it. She did it all.
It's amazing.
She made that happen. She manifested that.
Why do you think The Bachelor in Paradise, why do you think they have so many success stories? Is it the tequila? What is it? Like,
It's the what's in the water.
Yeah.
You know, in Mexico, they say, don't drink the water. You should.
Yeah.
No, I think, honestly, for a couple of reasons. First of all, the numbers are greater. There's more people. You know, when you're dealing with just Hannah as the Bachelorette, it either
Yeah.
works or it doesn't with Hannah. But in Paradise, if it doesn't work, like, well, okay, there's 20 more people. So the
Exactly.
percentages are greater, but also you've had some time in the real world. You know dating sucks. you know that it's really hard to find something genuine.
Jeez.
Trust me, as a single guy that's been through it, it does.
Yeah.
Dating sucks.
Yeah.
So when you find something genuine that's wonderful, you're like, I'm going to hold on to this, and I'm going to actually try and make this work. And so I
Yeah.
think you have a little bit of everything where these people come back and think, oh my God. And they share a common bond of this experience, and so I think it's much more genuine.
Oh, that's so true. Do you, I don't know if you heard this story about Demi Lovato being a big fan of Mike.
She was at our show.
Yeah, of course, she was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's a big fan of
Okay,
Mike.
can I tell you an
Did set
embarrassing
them
story
up?
about what an
Oh.
ass I am?
What'd you do?
Okay. So Demi Lovato's at our show, and I knew she was coming, but I don't know Demi Lovato. We've never met. I'm not that cool.
Yeah.
I have a teenage daughter. I wasn't prepared. So Demi Lovato's sitting next to Demi, our Demi.
Yes.
So I go to Demi and give her a big hug, and I'm like, hey, girl. And this girl next to her is like, hi, I'm Demi. And I'm like, oh, hey, how cute. You guys, Demi's sitting together. 10 seconds later, I'm like, oh, geez, that's Demi Lovato.
She probably really appreciated it.
I'm like, oh my God. I chased her, so she got up and had to go out. I ran after Demi Lovato. I chased after her, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I am such an a-hole.
What did she say?
She's like, what? Of course, she loved
Yeah,
it. She didn't care.
she-
And her mom's a big fan and was there.
Yeah.
She was so sweet, but I felt like such a jerk.
I think that's sweet. Did you set her up with Mike though, more importantly?
No, I didn't. That just happened. Apparently, she slid into his DMs or something. Kind of the Gigi Hadid thing.
This is how the kids are doing it
apparently,
these days.
Gigi and Tyler started following each other, and that's how that happens.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It is a thing.
This social media thing, it's a thing.
Yeah, get rid of the dating apps. Like, it's all about
Right.
Instagram
exactly.
now.
Slide into a DM
Or go on Bachelor in Paradise.
or go in paradise.
Thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Congrats, I can't wait to see this season. Be sure to watch all the drama unfold on Bachelor in Paradise tonight on ABC.
Want more extra? Hit the subscribe button and the bell and never miss a video.